Oh, you'd better settle in for this because what you're about to hear isn't just another messy baby mama rumor. Chrissy just lit the fuse herself, and believe me when I say that Jim has been playing the smoothest family man in Harlem. This is the ticking bomb that could destroy his entire street legacy. While funding hush trips covertly, there were secret apartments and a certain Ciara Princess Harris, whose name you were never supposed to hear connected to his. But guess what Chrissy knew? Tonight, she quits acting in a voicemail that has gone viral on Twitter faster than Jim's reputation. Did she just confirm a secret baby? Did she just drag Ciara Princess into the same mess? Why are fans yelling that Dipset might fall apart due to one woman's irate outburst? Don't blink, receipts, burner phones wire. See who you really are, Jimmy. The lies, baby, and money are all things I'm done covering for you. When you hear what Chrissy just admitted, you'll see why the streets are saying, so grab your snack, turn off your side chick alerts, and remain locked in. Transfers and betrayal are so profound that even Harlem Augusts are whispering, yo, Jimmy's cooked this time. Chrissy Lampin donned the ride or die crown like it was stuck to her lace front to protect herself. Dipset is dead and Chrissy killed it herself. While the internet may appear shocked, any Harlem Andy drinking tea will tell you that this day was always coming for years. Every queen reaches her breaking point, and if last night's leaked voice note is to be believed, Chrissy didn't just break, she snapped that crown in half and threw it straight. Jim Jones, with his infidelity, missed weddings, dubious label deals, and more excuses than a broke-side dude on Valentine's Day for 2 decades, fans applauded every time Jim Jones, Mr. We Fly High, sold us that street fairy tale of the devoted, protective mama's boy Harlem hustler with a soft spot just for Chrissy. Let's go back in time to Jim's forehead because you need the entire mess to understand how deeply this betrayal cuts. He never did, and now we know why. According to DMs, a burner phone trace, and one incredibly composed voice memo from Chrissy herself, they had a half-hearted engagement and wept through every reunion show when Chrissy pleaded, "Jimmy, marry me already." More stylish than his collection of fitted caps, Double Life is said to include Ciara Princess Harris, a bottle service princess who went from providing Jim with studio plugins to providing him with fatherhood documents he vowed would never see the light of day. The first hint to Christmases ago, according to dirty sources, was a missing pile of cash that Chrissy believed was hidden for a vacation wedding that never happened. Now, she's tracking down Zelle transfers using fictitious LLC names like Studio Consulting and Event Decor. Chrissy did what she does best, playing dumb house and the ideal VH1 poster girl while secretly recording late-night phone calls and storing screenshots in case Harlem's most famous wife without a ring wants retribution. Services sis. No one is decorating events for $8,500 every month. Chrissy's best friend revealed to a nosy blog that she even attempted to have a private meeting with Ciara Princess Harris. Rumor has it that she pulled up to a secret hotel in Midtown, with her hair in a bun, shades on a Chanel bag large enough to conceal a taser, and told Ciara the princess allegedly told Chrissy, "Ask Jimmy about my rent, my Jeep, and my baby's birthday fund before. He might be your baby daddy, but he's my legacy, so pick which lie you want to stick with," the princess said bluntly. According to hacked messages, Ciara Princess wasn't having it. The streets claim that Jim's inner circle was aware that the same cousins who flaunt his Rolex X's on Instagram were the ones who sent hush money envelopes to Ciara Princess's mailbox. On the first of every month, one guy, who goes by the name Dre, became quite alarmed by this. Jimmy cooked Chrissy about to talk crazy, but he wasn't lying because the following morning, boom, that voice note leaked, and Chrissy raw-throated and finished acting like she was saying, "Jimmy, your secrets have been eating me alive, and I was loyal." This was Chrissy's meltdown after he DM'd 3 bloggers that same night with Watch Tomorrow's headlines. At lunchtime, Twitter was a war zone with the hashtags #Chrissy exposes Jimmy and #Ciara Princess knows. To your mother, your phony friends, and every snake you keep feeding. But my loyalty paid my rent but not my peace. Now, the world will see who you truly are. And she is a Princess Harris sis. Keep the baby. One clip of Jim crying at his last birthday party with the caption, "When you realize the secret baby blew out more candles than you ever did," was so popular that Mona Scott Young probably had a migraine trying to figure out how to use it for an emergency reunion episode meme. Lords wasted no time. Barbaric. People now frequently inquire, how could Jim conceal all of this for such a long time? So grab a seat, Because this is where the story gets complicated, according to a cousin who wants to remain anonymous and is talking to me. Vloggers for Influence Jim utilized a complex network of burner phones, prepaid debit cards, and studio cash advances to transfer baby hush money for nearly 5 years. He even had the name of Ciara Princess saved on his phone under DJ Mixer repairs. Who knew that fixing a DJ mixer also included a lavish condo, a covert nursery, and, of course, Mama? Chrissy, my girl. But Jimmy is too slick for his own good, so he better hope nothing pops out the woodwork. Jones once told a nail technician, she has been suspicious, according to the old heads on the street. Mama Jones, it burst and has its father's cheeks. But look at what's got. Insiders say Chrissy has more than just voice recordings. She also has legal documents. According to reports, her lawyer has a written declaration from Ciara Princess Harris that links hush money payments to Jim's personal company account and a side agreement for an apartment lease. The cover-up is so shoddy that even Stevie J would say, "Brew clean your tracks better," and it's neatly under Jim's road manager's name. This is being referred to as the Harlem Hiroshima, the Day the Dipset fairy tale, which has been transformed into a Jerry Springer episode with Superior. While the blogs and TikToks are screaming for more, guess who has been ghosted more than your broke ex-boyfriend Jim Jones himself? There are no tweets, posts, or petty Instagram stories with fake news stickers, and Chrissy is rumored to be in final negotiations with a streaming behemoth for an explosive tell-all DOA. If you think this plot can't get any more complicated, wait until you hear what she has to say about the fake ring proposals, the threats made by the secret baby Ciara Princess, and how she kept this circus a secret for so long while the world called her desperate for a ring. The series is called Ride or Die Never Again, because what Chrissy's so-called ride or die sisters from the hip-hop and old love days told a private investigator about Jimmy's side deals and Ciara Princess's hush trips is messier than a whole season's reunion fight. They should just confess behind closed doors. Trust me, that bomb drops exactly where it's supposed to. People who said they always believed Jimmy was sketchy instantly remembered every questionable club sighting, every late studio night where Chrissy's inner circle had squealed to a private investigator. Harlem didn't sleep for 48 hours straight. Don't even consider blinking when the news broke. Chrissy asked to remain anonymous when she showed up unexpectedly to check on her ex-castmate. But you and I know exactly which love and hip-hop loudmouth this is. The investigator told Chrissy Ben straight up that she knew, but she couldn't prove it without Jimmy had debts, secret projects, and at least 2 phony managers that he pays off to keep Ciara Princess quiet. Another former friend even claimed that once, while recording a reunion, Chrissy caught Jimmy texting Ciara Princess Harris from backstage instead. She burned her entire bag down. Instead of exploding on camera, she adjusted her hair, smiled, and walked out, telling the producers, "Keep rolling, I'll get him back later." We now understand that this scorched earth expose is taking place in real time right now, but wait. The streets demanded more. They got it, baby. It turns out that the same investigator found an old burner phone Jimmy used to text Ciara Princess back when she was just that cute bottle girl. It contained voice notes, pictures, and location pins that led directly to a Jersey rental apartment, the same location where neighbors claimed they observed Jimmy sneaking in late at night wearing a hoodie, never by himself. One neighbor even told a gossip YouTuber he used to bring baby formula diapers and always had that same black duffel bag. At the same time, Twitter went into detective mode. In a plot twist, Jimmy miraculously canceled 3 shows due to exhaustion the same weekend that Ciara Princess gave birth at a hush-hush birthing suite in Hoboken. If that isn't reality TV gold, I don't know. Investigators matched the baby's birth date with Jimmy's tour schedule from 3 years ago. The plan is now more complicated than stale baby milk. Do you recall Dre, the dubious cousin who gave away the initial clues to the blogs? He sent a bombshell direct message to a popular Instagram page, and you think Ciara Princess is the only one who asks about Mexico in 2019 and lawn 2020. TikTok's edits of Secret Baby Expo, which used old dips, set music for dramatic effect, caused the whole Triple Threat fan base to go crazy. One viral clip showed Jimmy holding Chrissy's hand at an award show while he hugged an unidentified woman, and even major bloggers leaped into headlines with the description, "Harlem's finest" or "Harlem's fakest ouch," which yelled, "Jimmy Jones, serial cheater or financial prisoner." Ciara Princess's silent checkmate, about how one baby may take down angry and the nastiest one yet. Chrissy's retaliation. She didn't get the ring, so she took over the empire. But don't think Chrissy is playing the victim just yet. According to sources, she has already signed a hush-hush deal with a popular new podcast to reveal all the behind-the-scenes information in her own words, without the help of editors or spin, just Chrissy and a mic. And let's face it, there are a ton of rumors about profanity. She calmly states in the first teaser, "I knew he wasn't mine alone, so I made sure his secrets would never be his alone either." Bars. Meanwhile, poor Jimmy is hiding, and if you believe the so-called insiders, one of his purportedly close friends claims that he is holed up at Mama Jones. Jimmy feels like he's living in a movie, and he keeps asking how it got this far, bro. You fumbled it. That's how the wildest part happened, said another friend to a local paper. Crib phone off security doubled, and he wasn't even permitted to check the group chat because screenshots keep leaking faster than his lawyer can clean it up. That silence is driving fans crazy. Princess Harris hasn't made any shady posts, cryptic tweets, or live announcements to share her side of the story. A trending post sums it up, with Jimmy drowning in it, but Ciara, a princess, is sipping mimosas like she won the lottery twice. According to rumors, the real antagonist in this story is Ciara, a princess's lawyer. Her team allegedly has enough signed contracts and wire records to bury Jimmy under so many NDA violations that he might wind up broke and forced to pay hush settlements for the next 10 years if True Dipset's golden boy is looking at more. The government keeps an eye on everything, and if he misled on taxes about those child support gifts, he may face fraud penalties in addition to bankruptcy. According to unconfirmed sources, the IRS has flagged suspicious huge cash transfers from Jimmy's touring company only a few months prior to Chrissy discovering the first receipts. If those payments hadn't been declared, then that's not only messy, that's federal, and Mama Jones is reportedly getting ready to speak out herself. A video of her yelling at someone off camera was leaked, and I told the boy to keep his zipper zipped. But now look at me, name out here too, because you guys can't keep secrets. The Harlem uncles who are still smoking on the corner claim that they have never seen her this hot, and if Mama Jones goes on a podcast, the internet will split in two. Some fans praise Chrissy for exposing the clown she loved, and others call her a hero. One TikTok captured the chaos perfectly, a girl with a fake teary lip. Long others say she should have left him years ago rather than waiting for the internet to declare her the petty queen and let Chunk believe Ciara Princess is the true mastermind playing chess while Chrissy and Jimmy quarrel over checkers. The caption reads, "When your man promises you the world but secretly funds Ciara Princess's whole zip code, over 2 million views in 12 hours, you can't buy that type of scandal promo." It's set to a Dipset beat and sounds like Chrissy's leaked voice note. Enough smoke, right? No, because just as the public was beginning to calm down, a new development appeared on the blogs at M. A whistleblower posing as a former manager of Dipset Road shared anonymous files revealing that Jimmy attempted to use charity donations to siphon off hush money, apparently ended up paying for Ciara Princess's rent for Harlem youth music programs. If this story is true, it's not just a scandal, it's outright financial fraud with children's money by Sunrise. Fans bombarded Jimmy's most recent Instagram post with memes of clowns, snakes, and one-liners like, "Not you using Savage baby wipes aren't even covered by community donations." Chrissy just put the words, "Let the truth finish what I started," in a black square on her tails, without a face or voice. The internet went down, so now everyone is wondering what will happen next. Will Jimmy run? Will Ciara Princess Harris turn on him and hire a lawyer to defend herself? Will Chrissy make even more money? Will she face defamation lawsuits? All of those answers are currently waiting outside a Manhattan courthouse where, if you thought the last 24 hours were crazy, think again. Insiders say Ciara Princess herself is going to take the stand, leak her direct messages, and confirm everything Chrissy said plus a little more, so buckle up and cancel. Jimmy's legal team is frantically trying to control the damage. Your plans and make sure your phone is charged, because when she reveals Jimmy's final secrets, it could completely destroy Harlem. By the time dawn arrives, every gossip blog from the Shade Room to random teens wearing ring lights on TikTok will have only one thing on their lips: Chrissy Princess. Word spread like wildfire that Ciara Princess's legal team had landed a private slot at the event, and the same woman who played the background for years, the same woman Chrissy attempted to silence in that Midtown hotel suite, was now rumored to be just moments away from flipping the entire script, live in front of cameras and under oath. It was commotion outside the courts as media yelled questions, fans held up the team, and she was going to corroborate every nasty rumor with receipts so airtight that even Jimmy's strongest fans would find it difficult to call it a cap. Jimmy sat stone-faced next to a lawyer who appeared to have missed 3 nights of sleep. He knew that this was it. The secret child was old news, and now the world wanted to know how deep the rabbit hole really was. Ciara and Free Chrissy signs were there, along with a few inebriated Harlem uncles who were only there for the free drama inside. When you could hear the collective gasp when Ciara Princess Harris finally emerged from that black SUV. She was wearing a sleek black trench coat, sunglasses, and a calm expression that startled everyone. The paparazzi flashes were lit up like fireworks. According to the rumors, she murmured to her lawyer, "Let's bury him nicely." The judge called for an order 3 times within the courtroom before Ciara Princess even began, and when she did, Harlem essentially exploded in a vocal study that was chilling enough to chill your bones. She lay it details how she met Jimmy at a club appearance where he was paid $5,000 to attend but departed $10,000 richer after obtaining her number, how he gave her the keys to a hidden apartment and assured her that the baby would stay between them, how the baby arrived unexpectedly, and how hush money continued to flow each month. With then came the unexpected turn of events when Princess took out her own collection of burner phone screenshots and texts from Jimmy pleading with her to deny everything if Chrissy ever caught wind of the voice notes where he ran it. She was told not to post, not to tag, and not to smile too much while a blog camera was close. About Chrissy's big mouth destroying everything, including cash deposit slips made out in fictitious company names that exactly matched what Chrissy's investigator discovered. It was the last straw. When the judge asked Jimmy's attorney if they wanted to reply, they didn't. What could they say that the 2 women who he believed would always keep quiet for his ego had stripped Harlem's self-proclaimed king in front of the world? Meanwhile, Chrissy, who was watching from a distance, forced her to move, and her PR team sent out a formal statement to every blog. "I supported him even though it cost me my pride, peace, and future. Now that I stand by my truth and I hope they all get better, but I owe no one my silence anymore." The courtroom was frozen as Ciara Princess Harris left the witness box, and Jimmy didn't even look up. He said in a whisper to his lawyer, "It's done." And the reason for this was that the judge's eyebrows shot up so high they almost touched the bench lights when he declared that the financial fraud accusations would be referred to the court in light of Ciara Princess's fresh proof. Jimmy was now under scrutiny for a potential criminal investigation, a hush money trail, a charity donation cover story, and if it turned out to be true, he was facing tax fraud, wire fraud, and possibly jail time. Outside, fans flipped the switch. Jimmy's visage was soon transformed into a clown emoji by hashtags like #Dipset downfall, #Chrissy wins, and #Ciara Princess the Queen. Which trended on meme pages all over the world. Jimmy was likened to every cheater ever caught, from Tristan Thompson to Future, and some even included clips of Maury Povich. Savage stopped covering it for good measure. But this is where the true heartbreak struck. Some devoted fans in Harlem said behind closed doors that this wasn't just about a side baby. Whatever little Dipset was left could collapse. Sponsors began to withdraw from reunion events, and promoters discreetly cleaned up. Jimmy's name appeared on upcoming club flyers, and even Mama Jones reportedly told neighbors that Jimmy broke his own heart and that he could now cry cold-bloodedly alone. Meanwhile, blogs were awash with rumors that Jimmy had one last hope. He had a private settlement with Ciara Princess. They claimed that it was a simple misunderstanding and begged for once Jimmy was unable to buy silence with hush money or sweet talk. And late that night, a grainy video appeared on Instagram Live, showing Chrissy sitting there. Chrissy had not pursued defamation or damages. But guess what? Neither woman was returning his calls, so they didn't need to anymore. Ciara Princess Harris was drinking wine by a fireplace, her eyes clear, and she said the line that caused half of Harlem to gasp in shock. "You ever love someone for so long that you forget who you were? But I remembered, and now I don't love him anymore. You can have his secrets, and then the internet will be broken again." Reportedly took a plane directly to the West Coast with her infant and a new legal team prepared to negotiate a large TV dues deal. According to one source, she is already in negotiations with a major network for an exclusive called The Baby Mama. She disappeared as quickly as she arrived. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with Dipset?